Buenas noches, gente. This is, as always, Isidro Montalvo Espinosa, broadcast coordinator for Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña en Vivo. We are bringing you a fifth game from the Copa Mundial of 1906 and completing our circuit with our previous game, Cuba versus England, of Grupo Gama, which ironically, as I am recording this, we haven't posted a single one of those teams on our socials. Today we've got the Jamaica Scorpions against the Soberanos, the regional team that puts together the Latin American countries without an existing national side, basically, to compete against each other. Attendance today at Estadio Victor Nieves, 3,500, a little bit lower than it was for Cuba v England. Wonder what's up with that. Still cloudy, wind blowing out to left. Both teams come in with a 1-1 record, so somebody leaves with a winning record, somebody leaves with a losing record. Anyway, no reason to delay things any further. Let's get down to the field. First, the starting lineup for the quote unquote visiting Jamaica Scorpions. Batting leadoff and playing left field from the Córnicos de Hidalgo, number 17, Gareth Birch. Batting second, the designated hitter from the Corceles de Santa Isabel, number 3, Declan Mottram. Mottram? Not sure. Batting third, the shortstop from the Mercaderes de Villalba, number 22, Arthur Coates. Batting fourth and playing second base from the Arribeños de Utuado, number 5, Nick Gordon. Batting fifth and playing right field from the Frios de Bonito, number 21, Zach Randall. Batting sixth and catching from the Lecheros de Bayamon, Anthony Gifford, number 23. Batting seventh and playing center field from the Camuy organization, number 9, Kieran Michael. Batting eighth and playing first base from the San Lorenzo organization, number 30, Richard Compton. Batting ninth and playing third base from the Hormigueros organization, number 17, Jamie Donaldson. And now the starting lineup for the equally quote-unquote home Soberanos de Latinoamérica. Batting leadoff and playing center field from Brazil, playing from the Industriales de Valencia in the Venezuelan leagues, number 91, Ikuhiko Jamayosa. Batting second, the designated hitter from Peru, but playing for the Jardineros de Maracay, number 9, Nicanor Games. Batting third and playing right field from Argentina, but also playing for the Jardineros de Maracay, number 26, Eudoxio Maldonado. Batting fourth and playing first base from Argentina, but playing for the Crepusculares de Barquisimeto, number 12, Marcos Frias. Batting fifth and playing second base from Colombia, but playing for the Sultanes de Caracas, number 20, Felix Preseda. Batting sixth, the shortstop from Costa Rica, but currently playing for the Tempe Olympians in the League of the Free Frontier, an affiliated league in La Frontera, number 11, Arturo Garza. Batting seventh and catching from Argentina, and like his countrymate, also playing for the Crepusculares de Barquisimeto in the Venezuelan leagues, number 40, Jose Angot. Batting eighth from Chile, but playing for the Jardineros de Maracay, number 16, Aramis Ayala. And batting ninth and playing third base, so both teams have their third baseman in the 9th spot. From Nicaragua, but playing currently for the Malditos de Naguabo, old friend number 24, Oswaldo Latenchi, known as El Gatillo. Pitching tonight for the Soberanos from Curacao, I believe that's the right flag. It is number 6, Gerian Palin. He's been playing for Borobis and Loíza in the Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña. Got a slider, curveball, changeup, splitter, and cutter, none of which are particularly well distinguished. He'll be playing here against Birch, who's currently sitting on a 2-for-7 line in the Copa Mundial with 1 run batted in. It's time to get things started. The green and yellow shirts tell us what the allegiances are in the bleachers. There's neutrals. There's everybody we need to get to know. And Birch launches the third pitch of that at-bat into left field. It's an easy single on a changeup that he lifted down the middle to Ayala. Couldn't get there in time, and there's a man aboard for the Scorpions already. Declan Montram comes up next. He's been tough to corral so far. In the Copa, he's 5 for 9. Man on first with no outs. And on the 0-1 count, he bangs it to Garza, who's got no problem retiring him at first base. One down, Birch moving to second for Arthur Coates. He's batting 4 for 8 with 4 runs batted in, which ties for the lead on his ball club and is more than any single Soberano. That was a cutter, by the way, that Montram hit. Coates here on the 1-1 count. Hits it up the middle. It'll go around. The only question is, does Birch go around third? Looks like no. They're going to stick him at the corner. So there will be 2 on with 1 out for Nick Gordon. Big time player for the Arribeños de Utuado. One of the major reasons that they were in the playoffs this year. 3 for 8 with 4 runs batted in during the Jamaica run so far in those 2 games. Let's see what he does faced with this situation. Says here, let's see. On the road, he's done much worse so far, but he's faced 4 at-bats with Crispy Rispies in the tournament, and he's put hits across on 3 of those occasions. 2-1 count. Gordon into right field, and not this time, buddy. Maldonado has it. Puts the glove on that one. It's out number 2. Look at that beautiful sprint in. Reading the ball very well, and he stops the run. Nick Gordon, who's supposed to be impossible to keep from batting in runs, he manages it here. Zach Randall comes up. He's 3 for 9, comes up as the last chance for his ball club to get some early runs here. 2 outs, runners on the corners. That cutter has been humming for Palin so far. 0-1 count, then Zach Randall tries to evade it, but he gets hit, and that will load the bases for the Scorpions. The Jamaicans have men all over the place with Anthony Gifford up to bat. He's been doing pretty well himself, 3 for 8 with a run batted in. Palin here at 14 pitches, having allowed 2 hits and a hit by pitch. Needs to not lose confidence. That cutter has been working for him. Let's see if he goes back to it. 1-0 count. Gifford launches it up the middle. That's going to score a run, and the Scorpions indeed sting first. Birch comes home. Coates to third. Randall to second. Gifford to first. It's an RBI single, and Jamaica has the early lead. They're up 1-0. Camayosa nowhere near that one. Bit of a limited range there. And the bases remain loaded with 2 outs for Kieran Michael. He's also doing quite well. 3 for 6 so far in the tournament. Palin having allowed his first run. He's got to be careful not to give up the crooked number. First pitch. Michael lifts it into center field. Camayosa in plenty of time to go get it. And that's the inning. 3 hits to pick up a run. They strand the bases loaded, and you can hear the Jamaican fans in the stands making sure their team appreciates how much they love them. In the bottom of the first, now pitching for the Scorpions. Number 6 from the Rojos de Artemisa, where he did not what you would call well. I'm not going to lie to you. Noah Heaton. He'll be facing Camayosa, who just ended that previous inning and is 4 for 9 with 3 runs batted in. Heaton, let's see here, expect some walks, expect some issues. Fastball, curveball, changeup, and sinker. He's starting mostly because he can go deep into the game, but I would not be shocked if he gets pulled early. Camayosa on the 1-1 count. Hits it and continues his torrid stretch there. Bangs it just over the foul line. And that's a heck of an extra base hit. It's a double, and the Brazilian center fielder already in position to tie this game. That double was hit exactly where it needed to go, bouncing over the foul line and off the grass out there in left field. Birch never had a chance to catch that one. 3 pitches in, Heaton already in trouble. He tried to keep everything away, but Camayosa reached over. Here comes Games. He's also 3 for 9. 1-0 count. It's sent to Coates at short, and it's a ground out. The tying run moves closer, just 90 feet away now, as Games effectively sack hits him over. Eudoxio Maldonado, 3-for-8 with a ribby and a walk somewhere in there. Let's see what he wants to do. Man on third with 1 out. 1-0 count. Maldonado lifts it into center field. They're chasing it down there. Michael has it in plenty of time, and Jamayosa will indeed tag up and score. This game is tied. Punch and counterpunch. The Scorpions took the lead early, and the Soberanos tell them, not so fast, Buster. We can score runs too. So with 2 outs and the bases newly empty, and boy, you know that they were trying to keep everything away from him. Maldonado hit a fastball way up and in. Possibly would have almost hit him if he hadn't moved on it. But he did. Smashed it into center field just deep enough to score the run. Here comes Marcos Frias with a chance to extend the inning. He's only 2 for 9 so far. 2-2 count. Little bouncer to short there. Coates to Compton, and that will end the Soberanos' first inning. We're through 1, and this game is tied at 1 inning. Long at bat there for Frias. I believe as long as Heaton had in the rest of the inning combined. 7 pitches before he put that sinker in play. Top of the second, Compton, 2 for 7, faces Palin. 17 pitches, 3 hits, 1 run. And on the 1-0 count, he gets hit. That's the second hit by pitch Palin's managed, and you wonder how much longer the umpires are going to let this go on. They can't just let him hit guys. Compton, not what you would call a fast runner, so I have to imagine he won't be on the move. But here comes Donaldson. Weak bottom of the lineup here, 1 for 6. Man on first and no outs. Donaldson, unsurprisingly, goes for the sac hit and bunts it perfectly down the third baseline. Latenchi has it, throws over to first. Compton moves into second and scoring position. Or at least it would be if he weren't that slow. Here comes Gareth Birch, who is 1 for 1 already. 1-1 count. Hits another one. His second hit of the night in as many innings. Palin can't quite get to that one. And they'll have runners on the corners with 1 out. This time Birch on first as opposed to on third. With Mottram, Coates, and Gordon coming up, I'm liking their chances here of retaking the lead. Mottram 0 for 1 on the day. On the 2-1 count, he also goes for the bunt. They have to throw home, and he's safe. A squeeze play. Palin can't field it in time, and it works. Compton scores, and the Scorpions are up 2-1. Smart work by the Jamaican coaches there. And Birch able to go to second as they've got 2 on with 1 out. Mottram, great work there, bunting that ball and putting it down the line to enable the run to score. Here comes Coates. He's 1 for 1. 2 on with 1 out. He's hitting 5 for 6 with runners in scoring position. And Latenchi catches that one, sends it to second to Breceda. Breceda to Frias to retire the side on the double play. 1 batter too late it might be, but they at least keep it from becoming a difficult situation. The Scorpions take the lead, but it's just 1 run. And after a 9-pitch at bat, he hit that cutter into exactly where Gatillo thought it would be. The Soberanos get a chance to answer back in the bottom of the second. Noah Heaton, 14 pitches over that first inning, 1 hit, 1 earned run. He'll face Felix Breceda, who's had a very tough start to this tournament. He's just 1 for 9. 2-0 count for Breceda. Knocks it into the air, and that is going to land. Birch unable to get there in time. It's a sliding double for Felix Breceda. Second leadoff double in a row for the Soberanos. Arturo Garza comes up next. He's 0 for 5. He badly needs a base hit in the worst way. He's got a man on second with no outs. The tying run once again in position. A lot of bunting in this game so far as Garza successfully moves him over to third. But I say that as the tying run 90 feet away after a sac hit from his shortstop. Both shortstops named variations on Arthur. Interesting. Here comes catcher Jose Angot, the new Spike Stonehand. He's 3 for 7 with a ribby. With a man on third and 1 out, what can he do? Can he tie this ball game here? 1-0 count. It's a chopped RBI ground out. And sure enough, he does. He gets the job done. Gordon to Compton to retire Angot at first. But I say that scores. And the game is once again tied. The Soberanos not giving up easily here. They are aware they could have the winning record they need to get into the playoffs. Here comes Aramis Ayala, who is 1 for 6 with 2 outs and the base is empty. He's got a chance to extend an inning against Noah Heaton here. That was a fastball away that Angot hit. And Ayala on the 2-2 count with 2 outs. Chops it to Coates, runs to his right, throws to first, long throw, but he makes it there. And the Soberanos themselves only get the 1 run before they're retired. We head into the third. This game is tied at 2. Good at-bats for both teams, good base running, a lot of bunting, smart bunting even for the era. We're seeing a lot of good stuff so far from these teams. I wonder who's going to crack first. Where does it go wrong and for whom? And my guess is that it's going to be Palin because he's already hit 2 guys and he's at 36 pitches through 2, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. He faces in the top of the third Nick Gordon, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Lined out to right field in the first inning. Here, it's up the middle, and Garza trying to corral it, can't make it happen. It's a single for Nick Gordon, 5th hit of the game for the Scorpions, and here comes Zach Randall, who's 3 for 9. Man on first and no outs. First pitch, Gordon goes for second, and he is safe. Well done, and now the top 4 for Jamaica all have 1 steal apiece. Gordon easily into second on that splitter. Let's see what happens. 2 pitches later, Randall, who got hit by pitch last time, tries to take revenge, but he can't quite get it past the infield. But I say that grabs it, throws to first, and Gordon once again moves to third as the go-ahead run with just 1 out. They've got to control Anthony Gifford here, who batted in the first run of the game. He's 1 for 1 with that ribby. And he does it again. Gifford with his second hit of the night puts the Scorpions ahead for the second time. Gordon comes home on the RBI single. Jamaica has so far been able to just get the job done in pretty much every situation, but the Soberanos are not slacking in that department. Unfortunately, they are in the hits. That was a 5-pitch at bat, and they get a curveball that got struck right back up the middle, and with a man on first and 1 out, the bottom of the Jamaica lineup has a chance to make some noise here. Kieran Michael 0 for 1 on the day. Gifford tries to steal second. Is he going to make it? He gets his first steal, and now there are 5 Jamaicans with steals. I did not realize he was such a good base thief. He is 13 for 21 during the Bayamon season this year. Kieran Michael 0 for 1 still. On 2 strikes. Knocks it down the first baseline. Gifford goes to third easily, but Michael is out at first. So, with an insurance run 90 feet away and 2 outs, let's see what Compton brings to the table. He is 2 for 7. He, of course, got hit by pitch first time he came up. Very first pitch to him. Into center field, Jamayosa chasing it down, and he's got it on what looks like the warning track. So, another run for Jamaica, and so far, everybody has managed to score exactly 1 run in their half innings. Here in the bottom of the third, will the Soberanos manage to respond again against Noah Heaton, who's on 28 pitches over 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. We start with Oswaldo Latenchi, who is 1 for 6 so far in this tournament. He comes up in the bottom of the third. The Naguabo prospect can't get away, and that's the 3rd hit batsman. Honestly, there was probably no other way he was getting on base here, but Latenchi goes down to first, and Nakamayosa, who already hit that double back in the first inning, gets to come back up. That was an errant changeup getting away from Heaton there. Let's see what he does. 2-0 count. Nakamayosa pops up. Looks like just on the infield there. Gordon has it. It's out number 1. Here comes Gomez. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Man still on first with 1 out. Gomez flips that one to right field, but it's an easy pickup there for Randall. First pitch out. Bad swing there, I think, and Maldonado comes up. He's got an RBI on the day, but he will not have the sac fly option here. What's he going to do? He also goes after the first pitch, and he knocks it up the middle to extend the inning. If you're going to be efficient about it, at least get something done right. Gordon can't quite make it happen, and it's a double. Tlatenchi makes it to third. Maldonado with a stretch single, apparently not scored as a double. And Gatillo, 90 feet away to tie the game. Go-ahead run on second. Here comes Frias, who's 0 for 1. He's supposed to be quite a bit better against lefties. Let's see what he brings to the table here. A fastball there for Maldonado. And on the full count, Frias hits it and bisects the outfield. That will bring in 2 runs. And sure enough, the first nut to crack. That's the Scorpions, it looks like. Tlatenchi and Maldonado score. It's a 2 RBI double, and the Soberanos have taken the lead here in the bottom of the third. The Soberanos efficiently deploy their anti-lefty weapon. And Frias hits that inside fastball all the way out to left center field. Here comes Preseda, who's 1 for 1 with a man on second and 2 outs. He's never hit one with runners in scoring position, and he will continue not to do so as he sends that one directly to Compton. But you can't blame Preseda for trying to run that out. The Soberanos put 2 runs on the board here in the bottom of the third and take the lead as we finish the top third of the game. Let's take a quick check at the other games around the league today. First, Ireland is on a rain delay against Canada. They are currently winning in the top of the third 2-0. Olive Moore is about to bat against Cody Deacon for the Canadians from the Independientes de Maracaibo in the Venezuelan League. He is through 2 innings, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout. Scotland and the Neptunes are in a scoreless tie in the 5th. Cameron McMillan, the DH, is going to come up to bat in the top of the 5th against Kuwait Subagia, who is through 4 innings and has basically allowed 3 hits and done not much else of note. To Manila, just grounded into a double play to end the 4th inning for the Neptunes. In the 3rd game, surprisingly, Jose Carvajal has walked onto first base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th for the República Dominicana, and first baseman Ignacio Gonzalez is going to come up to bat against Rafael Garcia. They must have seen each other in the regular season. Garcia is through 3 2/3 innings with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Each team has a hit and no errors. Looks like that's all we've got for you. Not an exciting day so far. This is actually kind of the best game so far. So let's look at the top of the 4th. Palin, 51 pitches, 3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. He will face Donaldson, Birch, and Mottram. Donaldson, of course, had that sac hit, I believe. Yes. Here on the 1-0 count. Tries to hit that, but Tlatenchi has it in plenty of time. Great defense there from Gatillo. Good read off the ball. Gets over there in a hurry to throw to first, and it's out number 1. Lineup turns over, and Birch has a chance at his 3rd hit of the night by the 4th inning. 1-1 count. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Right fielder Maldonado has it and brings it down. A cutter hit well, but not quite enough. Mottram comes up with 2 outs, and the base is empty, and this might be the first inning where either team fails to score. Mottram on the 1-0 count, also bunted last time up. Swings on that one, lifts it to center field, and Jamayosa has it to end the inning. For the first time all game, a team manages to put up 0 runs, and in fact goes down cleanly. The Soberanos have a chance to try and extend their lead against Eaton. 43 pitches over 3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, and he'll face Garza, Angot, and Ayala. Garza. He also laid down a sacrifice bunt, but here he gets a hit down the line, his first off the Copa Mundial as it rolls all the way to the corner. Birch has to make that throw on the relay, And it's a stand-up double for Arturo Garza, who was flying around the bases as soon as he saw that ball get past Donaldson at third. Here comes Angod, who is 0 for 1, but does have a run batted in on the day. 2-0 count. Angod hits it, not quite past Coates. He's got it, throws to first. It's a ground out, and they can't move the runner. Aramis Ayala comes up next. He's 0 for 1. Can he get a second hit in the Copa Mundial? Man on second and 1 out. Well, that's a good at-bat. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's a good at-bat as he grounds out to Coates. And Coates, oh, no, that's bad. He dives, but it's an error as he couldn't quite hold on to the ball. And that errant throw is probably going to cost them as they now have 2 on with only 1 out. Latenchi comes up. He got hit by pitch in the third inning. The first Soberano to get hit. Eaton crossing the 50-pitch barrier as the at-bats are getting longer off of him. He's 1 for 6, Latenchi. Yet to take an official at-bat in this game. Hits that one to second base there. Gordon hits it to Coates at second. And Garza makes it to third. They'll have runners on the corners. Latenchi maybe kicking himself for going after that first pitch curveball. But at least it wasn't a double play. Ayala with a good slide to turn the lineup over to Hamayosa, who's 1 for 2. On the 1-1 count, he hits it not past Gordon, and Gordon gets him out at first. So we are through 4. The Soberanos also failed to score, and in the 4th, perhaps the tenor of this game is starting to change. We go on to the 5th. Soberanos remain ahead 4-3. For how long is the question? Because Palin is at 58 pitches over 4 innings. He's allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, and he faces the Heartsman of the Jamaica lineup, starting with Arthur Coates, who's already got a hit tonight. Here on the 1-0 count, Coates lifts it into right field. Maldonado hunting it down, and he's got it. A cutter. He got somehow under it, even though it could not have been more down in the zone. Here comes Nick Gordon. He's got a hit tonight. Bases remain empty with 1 out. Rinse and repeat. Another short right field hit for Maldonado to take care of. And next up, in one of the quickest innings we've seen so far, Zach Randall 0 for 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Randall extends the inning there as Hamayosa can only cut it off. He can't actually catch it. And it'll be a sliding double. That is daring base running from the Jamaican coaches. A ball that an outfielder actually managed to get to. And they nonetheless challenged him. I love it. I love the aggressive call there. Especially since, of course, he made it in. But every time you see a guy running for second, when the relay man has the ball, it is clenching. Here comes Anthony Gifford. He's 2 for 2. Maybe he can put up a 3-hit night with 3 runs batted in right here. 1-0 count. Gifford does it again. He goes to Maldonado, but no time at all to get that. Maldonado with a big throw, and he is not in time. Anthony Gifford delivers another RBI base hit. And this game is tied in the 5th inning, 4-4 now. Zach Randall with a big turnaround third, coming in with a full head of steam. And the Scorpions show they are not going to take that line down. Here comes Kieran Michael, who still hasn't gotten a hit today. 2 outs, man on first. Michael gets hit. That's the 3rd hit batsman by Palin, but for some reason they are not warning him. First pitch, too, so a curveball, okay, maybe not on purpose, but that placement is a bit weird considering what just happened. He'll now face Compton, who's over 1. He flew out to center field last time. Here he grounds out. But I say that at second. He gets him out at first. So the top of the 5th is over. Jamaica draws even on another run. And this is sort of their style all Copa. They have always out-hit the opposition, but only sometimes does it result in more runs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, the Soberanos have a chance to respond. Heaton's at 60 pitches over 4, 5 hits, 4 runs. Games 0 for 2 on the day. Now is when they call the rain delay. 44-minute rain delay. So we're going to check real quick on the other games around the league. In the bottom of the 5th, Ireland is up on Canada 3-0. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. Man on first, which is Bob Moulds. He just singled off of Keegan Daly, who is through 4 2/3 innings. No walks and no strikeouts. Still very strange. You may remember Keegan Daly, as I believe he no-hit the Navegadores in 1905. Catcher Brian Drover is up to bat for the Bouchons. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Scotland has taken a 1-0 lead against the Neptunes, and Scottish pitcher Joe White of Guanajuato, who has gone 8 innings, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout, will face the Burmese Cerros de Jayuya third baseman Tiha Hain to begin the bottom of the 9th. Both teams have 6 hits, so this game obviously very winnable for the Neptunes if they get their stuff together. And amazingly, the Dominican Republic has a 3-2 lead against Puerto Rico, perhaps because Rafael Garcia is famously a choker, as they head into the top of the 9th. Antenor Juarez, who has been really put out to pasture in this game, 0 for 3, will face Dorados' Hilario Rodriguez, who has made it through 8 innings with 2 earned runs and 2 strikeouts after a ground out from Guillermo Garcia. So in the bottom of the 5th, Nicanor Games, 0 for 2 against Heaton. See what he does. 1-1 count. Games right to Coates. Coates will throw him out at first easily, and that's out number 1. Next up, Eudoxio Maldonado, 1 for 1 with a run batted in on the day. 1 out, bases empty. Maldonado punches one into right field there, his home territory, I suppose, and he's on first with 1 out. Marcos Frias, who had that 2-run double, could do wonders here for his ball club if he can step up. And on the 0-2 count, he does not. That goes to third base. Jamie Donaldson has it. Throws to Gordon, but no relay, as Maldonado, thinking on his feet, drops to them and takes out the second baseman. Here comes Preseda, 1 for 2 on the day. 2-1 count for Preseda. He launches it into short center, and though they do cut it off, it is not enough. We've got men on second and third after that. Good hit. Kieran Michael making a good decision there to try and throw into the infield, but that'll move both runners into scoring position for Arturo Garza, who has surprisingly gotten a hit here. 2 on, 2 out. Let's see if there are some more heroics in this game for him. 1-2 count. Not quite. He grounds it out to Coates, who throws to first, and we are through 5 innings. Jamaica and the Soberanos still tied at 4. The Soberanos tried to ask some questions there, but did not get any answers. Top of the 6th. Palin, 70 pitches over 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, and I'm guessing this is the one where they'll start properly getting to him. He'll face Donaldson, Birch, and Mottram. Donaldson 0 for 1 on the night. Donaldson grounded out to his opposite number, but here he gets another base hit. That'll drop in front of Ayala. He knew that was a possibility, but just didn't get quite on his horse enough, and that's a leadoff single. Birch coming up, 2 for 3, wants badly another chance at that third hit. 2-1 count. He won't get it. That goes to second, goes back to first. It's a tailor-made double play. Preseda to Garza to Frias, and it is 2 outs. Bases empty now. Textbook stuff. You cannot ground that out against a practice team. Even if, frankly, this defense leaves something to be desired, no defense in the world would have failed to make that play. So here comes Declan Mottram. He's 0 for 2 with a ribby. 2 outs, bases empty. Hits that one on the line out, and Preseda has it. All he has to do is put the glove out, make the catch. The Scorpions get a hit, and that's it. And the Soberanos have yet another chance to respond. Eaton, 77 pitches over 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. Angot, Ayala, and Ladenchi. Up to bat, Angot 0 for 2 with a ribby on the day. First pitch swinging, lifts it into center field, and it's over Michael's head at the track. Angot with his first hit of the night. It's a sliding double for the Argentinian catcher. He makes it in on the 2-base hit, and is in scoring position as the go-ahead run for Aramis Ayala, who's over 2. Count. Rolls it to Donaldson at third. That is an easy little cross the hallway put out. And it'll bring up Gatillo, who's over 1 with a plunk on the day. Honestly, probably the best thing he could do would be to crowd the plate and try to get hit again. Hey, he brought it to a full count, and that's a lance. But unfortunately, it's right to Kieran Michael in center field. So with 2 outs, man still on second. It's a good at-bat, too, from Gatillo. 6 pitches, fastball down in the zone. He could have hit that farther. Just didn't quite get the wood on it. Here comes Camayosa, who's 1 for 3. 1-2 count. Lifts it into left field easily for Birch. And he's got it. We're through 6. Still tied ever since the top of the 5th. Good at-bats from both teams. Not a whole lot of ridiculous outs. And so Gurion Palin will take the mound again for the top of the 7th. 76 pitches, 9 hits, 4 runs. Arthur Coates, 1 for 3 on the day. As on the 1-2 count. He hits that one into right field, but Maldonado will not be denied out there. A splitter that he thought he'd gotten enough of, but Eudoxio cuts it off and brings it in. Gordon up next. He's got 2 hits and 4 at-bats against Palin, including, I guess, 1 today. 1-1 count. Not quite past Garza at short, who throws to first, and that's the second out of the inning. Here comes Zach Randall, who's 1 for 2 on the day. He's never gotten a hit off Palin. So I guess they must not be counting today, because he does have a hit. 2 outs, base is empty. After that double to left center, and here with 2 strikes, he does it again. It's over Brecela's head. Maldonado has to go get it, and it's the 10th hit of the game for the Scorpions. 1 on and a little bit of hope with 2 outs. Especially because their next hitter, Anthony Gifford, so loves the number 3 that he's 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in today. Can he do it again? 2-strike count. Unbelievable. A 4-hit game for Anthony Gifford as he stops at second. Randall goes home. Anthony Gifford has done it again. He's 4 for 4 with 4 runs batted in. The Scorpions lead 5-4. One of the best parts of international competition is the unlikely heroes you see rise for each international side, and here we are watching that on full display. Zach Randall should have stopped at third, but he didn't, and now his team leads 5-4. Plus, with Kieran Michael coming up, he still wants his first hit of the night. He's got a man in scoring position with 2 outs. He'll bring Palin to a full count before drawing the first walk of the game. For Palin, certainly. I'm not sure if by either team. And here comes Compton, who's 0 for 2. Dangerous situation. 2 on and 2 out. Palin's got a tool down. Bring this under control. He grounded out last time. Here, is he going to do it again? He flies out to Ayala in left field. 2 hits and a walk for the Scorpions to pick up a run. They are ahead 5-4 as they strand 2 runners. But one thing we do know is that the Soberanos, every time they've been put behind, they have risen to the occasion. Noah Heaton is through 6 innings, 90 pitches, 8 hits, 4 runs. Can Games, Maldonado, and Frias combine here? Games has got to get his head back in the game. He's over 3 right now. On the 1-1 count, Games lifts it into center field, and we have got ourselves a leadoff single. That's something, all right, especially with Maldonado, who's 2 for 2. He singled back in the 5th. Can he continue this run? He's now 5 for 10. Lifts it into left field, and Birch at the track almost is able to make that catch. It's a good play there. He had to basically trust he'd be in the right position while looking over his shoulder. So that's out number one. Man still on first for Marcos Frias, who's gotten only one hit, but it brought in 2 runs. 0-1 count for Frias. Grounds it out to Donaldson, and it's a tailor-made double play to answer the one the Soberanos pulled off a little while ago. Donaldson goes to Gordon at second. And Gordon goes to Compton at first to end the inning and retire the side. That's good work to extinguish the threat there. And we are through 7. The Scorpions remain ahead 5-4. Let's check one last time just in case any of the other games are going. They are not. Ireland is still shutting out Canada 3-0. We're in the top of the 8th. Rob McCarthy has just drawn Cody Deacon's second walk of the game. He's through 7 1/3. He's struck out 2. Beatty Crumack is up next. He's 0 for 3. He's got 1 on and 1 out to work with. Here in the top of the 8th, the Soberanos, under some pressure, will now pitch number 37 from Costa Rica and playing for the Navegadores de Naguabo, Hector Varela, sinker and slider man, ground ball pitcher, very good at staying in the game, very good at control pitching. The kind of veteran you need in a situation like this. He'll face Donaldson, Birch, and Mottram. If there's anybody you can trust to keep them in the game, it's this guy. Now, will he hold up? That's the question. Varela on the 1-1 count against Donaldson. Gets him to fly out to center field. Jamayosa has it. That's out number 1. A sinker and 2 sliders effectively controlling the zone there. Here comes Birch. He's 2 for 4. Got probably his last chance at that hit number 3. Will he squander it? The 1-2 count. Chops it to third base. Latenchi has it in plenty of time. Throws to first. And that is out number 2. Varela now against Declan Mottram, who is 0 for 3 with a ribby. This is exactly the kind of efficient pitching you want from Varela. If he can go 2 innings, he can give you 2 clean innings. Let's see if he can finish this one. Mottram takes him to a full count, and it goes right to the first baseman. Frias throws to Varela, and the inning is over. Jamaica goes down easily in the top of the 8th, and the Soberanos have another chance to respond. Heaton, 98 pitches, 7 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs. Faces Preseda, Garza, and Angot. They really need to start calling in their bench if they want to win this game. Preseda, yes, sure, he has 2 hits on the day, but that is a very uncommon feat on this ball club right now. Preseda, 0-1 count, right to go to short. He throws to first, and that is out number 1. 2 pitches to get that out. Here comes Garza, 1 for 2 on the day. He grounded out to short last time. This time it's a bouncer right back to the pitcher. Will he get him? He does not. Garza able to make the infield hit. That's the 10th hit of the game for the Soberanos. So with a single aboard after 4 pitches, a high fastball that he put into the field. Not a particularly fast runner, I don't think. Gifford, very good arm. I wouldn't challenge him. Here comes Angot, who's 1 for 3 with a ribby. This is the worst possible time for Noah Heaton to give up a walk, so of course he does. And that will lead the Soberanos to call in their pinch hitter. Now hitting for the Soberanos, number 15 from Suriname, but currently playing for the Atunes de Cumaná, Nikita De Hug. He is 1 for 4 in this tourney. Very good anti-southpaw hitter, but he has so far failed to get anybody home from scoring position in the tournament. What's he going to do here? He's going after that first pitch. He cracks it into left field, and he's done it. That's going to at least load the bases with 1 out, and they're going to bring in another pinch hitter, number 21 from Colombia. Or actually, I believe... Nope, that is the wrong guy. Let's go for the right one. From Colombia, I was right. but currently playing for the Industriales de Valencia. It's number 21, Diogenes Guerrero, which means I misread, pardon me, Felix Preceda's flag. I didn't see the coat of arms on it. He is Ecuadorian, not Colombian. I apologize. Diogenes Guerrero taking his first swings here in the tournament. I wonder what made them think this was the move. I mean, they don't have much of a bench, that's for damn sure. Ibir Jafar would have been their other option, and I guess they don't like his power numbers here. Which is, let's be honest, completely understandable. Okay, let's see what Guerrero can do with one out and the bases loaded. He just has to avoid the strikeout or the double play. Anything into the outfield should tie this game. Takes him to a full count. Hits it right to the shortstop. Coates tries to get them at home. Does he? He gets Garza, but no double play. Gifford can't come up firing because he had to jump to get that ball. So at least they live to fight another day, and this game remains 5-4 in their favor. Here comes Jamayosa. He's 1 for 4. Boy, he would really like to come through for his ball club here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. This is a big-time situation. What's he going to do? 1-1 count. Out to center field. Kieran Michael chasing it down, and he should have it. He does. And the Soberanos strand the bases loaded. Latin America unable to score. And the Scorpions are still up 5-4. That's the bad news. The good news is Hector Varela should be able to take this inning and at least put them in a good situation for the bottom of the 9th. Coates, Gordon, and Randall will face him. He's through 14 pitches on 1 inning. Coates, 1 for 4 on the day. And Varela gets him with a sinker on the outside corner. That's the first strikeout we've seen today. Nick Gordon comes up. He's 1 for 4 on the day. He goes after the first pitch, pops it up into foul territory. And once again, Varela just proving his bona fides as a veteran pitcher, the kind of guy who's just cool under pressure. Here comes Zach Randall. He's got 2 hits on the day. He's scored a couple of times too, if not more. 2 out, space is empty. They've got to keep him under wraps here. Zach Randall on the 2-2 count, grounds out to Breceda, throws to first, and that half inning anyway, is over. So we go to the bottom of the 9th, and here, Dennis Stone now in at shortstop, replacing Arthur Coates, who in my memory is, did not realize he was a worse shortstop. He was pretty good for Villalba, I suppose, so I didn't catch that. Now at shortstop for the Jamaica Scorpions, number 29 from the Ejemplares de Dorado, Dennis Stone. Nicanor Gomez, the designated hitter, will be in. He singled in the 7th, so he's 1 for 4 against Noah Heaton, who's sitting on 121 pitches over 8 innings of 11 hit, 4 run, 1 walk ball. Gomez taking him to full count. They've got 3 outs to work with, and Heaton issues his second walk of the game, this one to a tying run. Maldonado comes up. He's 2 for 3 with a ribby. You can hear the fans getting loud in the bleachers as they realize they might have a shot here. This could be one of the most exciting finishes we've seen to a game so far in the Copa. 0-1 count to Maldonado. That is a passed ball. Gifford can't grab it, and that'll move the runner to second. Gomez has the tying run in scoring position for Maldonado. On the very next pitch, Maldonado lifts it into right field. It's easily catchable. Randall very shallow there, and they can't move out. Easy little fly out, only distinguished by the distance Randall had to cover. Here comes Marcos Frias. He's 1 for 4. Big hero moment, hopefully, coming up for him. First pitch to him. Knocks it not quite up the middle, but the tying run does move to... Oh, boy, that's an effort. Thank God for Dennis Stone there. Great play to get him out at first. That means they'll actually need to get a base hit to bring in that tying run. And it'll be Felix Preceda with the chance here. With a man on third and 2 outs, the moment could not be bigger for his ball club. He's 2 for 4 on the day. He could get hit number 3, RBI number 1 at all. He hasn't batted in a run this tournament, and tie the game. Will he do it? 1-0 count. It's chopped to stone. He's got plenty of time to throw him out at first, and that ends the ball game. The Scorpions get ahead of the Soberanos 5-4 and take a 2-1 record into their next game. Exciting. We never knew what we were going to see from any of these guys. Unexpected heroes up and down each lineup. But obviously, we're going to talk about Anthony Gifford. 4 hits, 4 runs batted in, one of which was scored by Birch, one by Gordon, two by Randall, and then Compton also scored in a run. 1 walk and 1 strikeout between the two teams. You've also got on the Soberano side, it's not like they were knocking on the door all the time. Most of their lineup got base hits, except for Ayala, and Tlatenchi in particular got hit by pitch, so even he was on base and he scored. Just nothing you can do sometimes against bad at ball luck. Gurion Palin takes his loss here. 7 innings, 11 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts over 98 pitches. Hector Varela did everything he could to keep that game close. I mean, he literally pitched 2 perfect innings over 23. Palin also hit 3 batsmen. That probably didn't help matters. Meanwhile, Noah Heaton takes the win on a pretty meh stretch of pitching, but just enough for his ball club. 9 innings pitched, 11 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. His defense was really the difference there. The double plays behind him, the slick plays from Dennis Stone in that last inning were huge. And then, of course, Anthony Gifford's offense literally made the difference. He batted in 4 runs. Without him, this is a 4-1 butt kicking. Anyway, next up on our list is for game 6. We're going to try to bring you the last of the Independientes, the last of the teams with their own national league, and another of these regional teams as we steam ahead with the Copa Mundial, trying to show you every team at least once before we get into the playoffs. But until then, as always, this has been Isidro Montalvo Espinosa, broadcast coordinator for Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña en Vivo. Gente, buenas noches, gracias mil y Dios les bendiga.